Calvin, I guess just to start off, take us through that punt return and how aware were you that was a live ball on the field?
I was yeah, I was very aware. Me and my dad, like since we were little, we always like talked about that. Like I've always been watching football and like known about that rule. And Coach Glenn and Coach Bankins emphasize it a lot now. So as soon as I saw the dude try to catch it and he dropped it, and I was looking and was waiting to see if someone was going to hand it to the official. And on our punt unit, we emphasize that like the ball always ends in the official hands. So they just touched it. And they touched it and let it be. And so, as soon as I saw that, I just sprinted to the ball and knew that I could just get it and run it. And even if I would have got to the 5-yard line and fumbled, it still would have been our ball.
So I guess now you were a part of the 2019 that beat Ole Miss. You guys did it again with the defense. Just how much does this say about where this program is from when you got here to now knowing that this program now beating an SEC team is almost like you're expected to have kind of like a performance like this, win or lose?
Oh yeah, big time. That's why I was saying like going into this game, we were saying it's like a underdog or beating Mississippi State would be like a really big win. And while it is a really big win and respect to those guys because they're a very great team, we don't ever look at it like that. They were just another team on our schedule, and we know that they were going to be tougher, and we just knew that if we execute and do the things we would do, that we would come out with a win.
Frank and then Terry.
Hey, Cal, being able to have the game that you had on the day that you were honoring Isaac Bruce, what was that moment like for you, being able to do that in front of a Hall of Famer?
Shoot, it was big time. I hope it made him proud. But just doing it for him and all the other former Tigers that came back, the city. When I saw AG, I was already thinking like he had a big game last time we were on ESPN on game day. So, I was really kind of thinking about just having a big time performance. And, I'm blessed and glory be to God for just us coming out with a victory and a win like that.
What's up, Kevin? How you doing?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
I know you a very humble person, man, but I know you got to sit back. I know you got 24 hours. You got to look back at this game and say, man, this was a good one for me, man. So I know when the first half was not going good, and I know you one of the leaders of the team, what did you say to Sept to make sure he stayed poised and not try to overdo stuff?
I didn't have to say too much because I know Sept is a fighter. So as long as you got somebody that's willing to fight and get heart, they're gonna always be in it. But I just told them that, look, like anytime you get in trouble or you seeing anything, just like I got you. Trust me, I got you. So, I just wanted to make sure that he stayed in the game because, at any given time, Sept is bound to make a big time play. And, and just like I said, it showed.
Devin and then Mike.
Calvin, I want to ask you about when you picked the ball up, you ran into the end zone, you cramped up a little bit. What was that injury? Can you take us through that whole situation? Because you look like you cramped up a little bit, went to the back and came back out.
Yeah, I was cramping a little. I think the series. I was cramping a little bit the series before, but I got some fluids in that was good to go. And so on that punt, when I got it and took off running, I got to like hour 20, like 15. I started cramping then too, but I was like, I just got to get to the end zone. But that was just from I just need to hydrate a little better, and sometimes that just comes with the game and running a lot.
Calvin, it's one thing to know the rule, but it's another thing. Did you ever think that would come up in a game where something that you studied and knew, and then when it did, and you're going down the sideline and everyone's going crazy on your sideline, just to be smart enough, but did you ever think you'd get the opportunity to use a rule that not many people know about?
I didn't necessarily think that I would get that type of opportunity, at least where they just like kind of just like leave the ball sitting there. It's sometimes like maybe a guy like will slowly come pick it up or something like that. But I wouldn't say I was necessarily expecting it, but our Coach Glenn, Coach Silverfield, Bankins, they always emphasize on being ready for the moment. And, you know, one of Coach Bankin's mantras is stars be stars. And so, you know, and in a situation like that, that was a moment to help the team out. So, you know, it's just always, you know, remembering everything you've been taught and, you know, putting it into action.
And when you're running down the sideline and you see your sideline running with you, you're running towards a crowd of 43,000 on their feet. Just what was the emotions knowing you had clear sailing for what was a backbreaking touchdown?
It doesn't get much better than that, you know, and to do it in front of the city and on a big day like this, you know, it's just a very humbling experience, a moment, and, you know, it's just something that's a play that I'll never forget.
Isaac.
What's up, Calvin?
What's up?
Man, I remember you saying back at AAC media days that people would think you were crazy if they knew some of the internal goals that you had set for yourself. Man, kind of give us a update on what it is after 3 games.
You know, I'm doing for my personal goals, I'm doing okay right now. You know, I still want to improve in a lot of the areas, just like just being a runner and a receiver in general. But, you know, I think I'm right where I need to be a little bit.